Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 1st of September 2018. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Gaian Tarot again for today's reading. Healing the earth, healing ourselves. And on the back here, Gaia, Mother Nature, is the primal Greek goddess said by ancients to have given birth to the sky, sea, mountains, and all of creation. So this deck really focuses on Mother Nature, Mother Earth. So let's see what the cards want you to know today. And I'm just going to do it this way. First card. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So let's see what the cards want us to be aware of. The first card is the Star. The Star is a wonderful card which says, drink the magical water, drink from the magical pool, and cleanse yourself in it, and be purified by it, and that will give you the freedom to fly and to spread your wings and to have power over the entire cosmos and the Milky Way, and to be above it all, and to join your sisters, your brothers up in the sky, shining your light, and you can become a metaphorical human embodiment of being a star if you accept the gift that's being given to you today, and you connect with this magical spring that when you drink from it, it gives you the sense of, I'm whole, I'm something amazing, I do have light that's shining, and you really feel that in yourself. And whatever you feel in yourself is mirrored in other people. So we've got one constellation here, so you may see a star today. So you may go to the concert of your favorite celebrity, or you may go to a stand-up gig or something like that, and seeing that person in the spotlight up on stage mirrors something in you, and you realize that you also belong up there because you have a talent that you haven't shone yet, that you haven't allowed the world to witness. So the Star is usually about letting go of negativity so that you can make space for the wonderful and the amazing. But in this deck, it's about drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit, So you're being offered something today that if you take advantage of it, so if you drink the Kool-Aid, and it's not drinking the Kool-Aid in the sense that you're going to be involved in some cult, or that you lose control over your own life, the decisions are kind of taken away from you. It just means that you have a change of perception. And the change of perception is about yourself. And most of us see ourselves as limited, not good enough, and really being kind of behind on where we should be. Whereas most of us are walking miracles. If you think about some of the stuff people go through and then achieve afterwards, it's nothing short of miraculous. So be a star today, recognize your own star-like quality within yourself, and there's some sort of opportunity. So there may be an opportunity to come up on stage, or there may be an opportunity, paper says, do you know what, we want to combine your weekly column into a book, and we really want to sell it as a product. Say yes to those kind of things. It's your time to shine. So also, with that said, go for job interviews. Go for things that you could only dream of. Reach for the sky. Make a wish. Try the impossible. Take risks today. You're really something special. Next, we have the Child of Water. And the Child of Water, we've got water here, we've got water here. And water is about learning to trust your feelings. And we've got a little child here, and it's in the age of really, at this age, they don't really know what's going on, do they? They know pain and when they're hungry, and I'm not the expert, certainly, when it comes to children, never having had any of my own. But the child of water is just learning in terms of what hurts, what makes you feel good, what's pleasurable. So what's pleasurable is being out in the sun, stepping into the cool water, seeing a wonderful starfish, and walking in the stones. The experience of the hard pebbles on those soft feet may be uncomfortable for the first time, but she's got a smile on her face and she's enjoying herself. So it's about delving into your feelings, diving into this pool and looking around and saying, wow, this is a whole new place I'm in, and I actually enjoy it. So you feel you're really feeling yourself today. You really feel comfortable within yourself, and you really feel, you know, that you've got something special to offer. Finally, we have the child of earth. And the children cards are page cards. I meant to say they're court cards. So in the court cards in the tarot, we have the page, which is the most inexperienced and a child. Then we have the knight, which is more experienced but still grappling with the energy. And then we have the queen and the king of that element, earth or water, and they've mastered the element. The children really are just figuring things out. Like the child of earth, again, it's a really young boy. What is he, 3 or 4? And he's grabbed an apple, a red juicy apple, and he's just looking at it and he's wondering, oh my goodness, what a miracle. Like, I live on a planet where there are things that I can put in my mouth and eat, and that taste sweet and succulent, and they just come out of nature. Like when I arrived on planet Earth, I remember as a child having these experiences for the first time and just being like, oh, this is how it's done on this planet. I remember thinking that really strongly. So I think I must have had an alien past lifetime or something, because I always put it in terms of, oh, on this planet and the people on this planet. I always felt very outside of things, and that didn't prevent me from having these wonderful experiences. Like one of the first wonderful experiences as a child of Earth that I remember having is I was I think 7 or 6 or 7, and I walked from one town in Germany to another town, and between the towns there were, and for a 7-year-old to do that by himself was a big deal. It was like I was being brave, to take that walk. And there was a field of sheep, and one of the sheep was near the fence, and I walked up to it, and I said, come here, sheep, I want to stroke your fur. And it actually came up to me, and I was able to stroke the sheep's fur. And I remember that was the first experience that I had initiated myself and that I had created for myself. Everything up until that point in my childhood was run by my parents. They took me on holiday, and they fed me and they clothed me and they did everything. But that experience I did by myself, and that sheep came to me, and I felt what it felt like, and to me that was a real emotional experience. So the child of water and the child of earth go hand in hand, because when you experience something on earth like that, you have this huge, amazing emotional experience. Like this young girl, she's probably never seen a starfish before, and it may totally spark her imagination. So what's happening today is that you're really in touch with your inner child, and that you're filled with a sense of wonder, and really what you're mostly in awe of is your own amazing special creation that you've ended up with as you've got older, and what you've made of yourself. So it's a day of really looking at yourself and being like, wow, I can do something with this. However, there's a caveat here. There's a hook, as always. Children also have temper tantrums. He may decide, once he tastes that apple and he's had enough of it, to say, I hate this and I want something else, and to throw it around and to start stomping his feet and start crying. She may also be cut by one of those shells, and her foot may start bleeding, and she may really, the experience can turn like that. So looking at yourself is something that you do in private. You don't want to let other people see your worst side. And today you're looking at yourself and you're seeing the value there, but it's making you somewhat difficult to relate to when it comes to other people's perspectives, because if you'll come across as self-absorbed possibly. And if you're for the first time looking within yourself and you're lucky enough to see something that you like, because we all need to start liking ourselves more and we need to make friends with ourselves, because you are going to be the one consistent presence in your life that you can really depend on. You're going to be there until the end. So make friends with you. But the process isn't always straight up. Sometimes we have to have a day of crying. We look within and we see something amazing about ourselves and we maybe cry, or we get tired by it and we need to take a nap, or we're elated and we jump around, or we decide to really make a big Twitter announcement and this is my truth and all of that stuff. I would suggest that you do some contemplation. I would suggest you turn this star into a hermit. And I'm suggesting that because of the children. So the star is this bright shining light. The hermit has a lantern. So take the star and put that in the hermit's lantern and illuminate your inner self and drink from the fountain of revelation and stardom and confidence that the universe is offering you. So meditate on that, absorb it, accept it, say thank you, universe, and then let that light shine onto yourself and really see what still holds a sense of wonder for you and what apple you want to pluck from the world. What is it that you want? As a child would want that apple. They always know what they want. Same here. What is it that you want? And keep that to yourself and make this a private process, because sharing this kind of stuff with people, it dilutes it. This is something that's really personal. This is the kind of day where you make a decision about, this is my life. And regardless of where I come from, religion or family or what's expected of me, this is when my inner child has somehow hopped through, is now sitting in my lap and saying, I want this. And you can trust that if you trust your inner child and you say, okay, I'm going to work with you and listen to what it is you want, because that will put you in a position of being your best, being your most authentic self, and being the star that you already are. And that can express itself in your relationship, in your work, in your health, in every area of your life. If you're in a relationship and you wake up in the morning and you feel wonderful and you realize you're this fabulous person, and you go out into the day feeling wondrous and a sense of excitement, your partner is going to be right there with you, because that is infectious, that kind of energy. 17, and these are chord cards, so they count as one. So 17 and 1 is 18, 18 and 1 is 19, 1 and 9 is 10, and 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is about starting something independently, taking the initiative, thinking for yourself, being independent. Each one of these people and these children are people in their own right, that no one's helping them. Everyone's having their own experience. And this is about you today, channeling your energy into you. So charity starts at home. And if you have to do something for other people today, like if you're spending the whole day, 24 hours doing something for other people, you need to carve out some time for yourself if you possibly can, because this is really a wonderful day where, we don't always have access to our inner child, and it rules a lot of what happens on a subconscious level. Fears and loves and patterns and past behaviors, like falling in love with your mother, or falling in love with falling in love with a person who was just like your mother, rather, or falling in love with a person who was just like your father. Those kind of patterns that are really common. You can look at that and really sort them out. So don't waste the opportunity. And you can only do that if you take the initiative and you do it solo. That's where the hermit also comes in, I feel, because it is a day of doing it alone and getting some of those answers yourself. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I use astrology and tarot and numerology in my readings. To draw up your astrology chart, I take your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't know the time of birth, get in touch with me. There's a process called rectification where I can work out your time of birth. Once I have your chart, I can see what your vocational aptitudes are, what your life purpose is, where you've been in past lifetimes, what's destined for you in health and love and relationships and fame and money and career. So if you're interested in any of that, please get in touch. Have a wonderful day. Please hit the subscribe button because I do live videos occasionally where I come on and I pull a tarot card for you so you can ask a question. Make sure when you subscribe the bell is on so you get notified, and then check it out when I'm on live. If you have any questions, I can pull a card for you. Have a great day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.